Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how did they get so rich? You work hard, you earn a decent salary, but that life of financial freedom just seems out of reach. You might think, if only I made more money, then I'd be rich. But what if I told you that for most people, the biggest obstacle standing between them and wealth has absolutely nothing to do with how much money they make? It's a shocking truth, but it's a game changer once you understand it. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on the real reasons most people never build significant wealth. And I promise you, it's not what you think. Let's get one thing straight right away. A high income does not automatically equal wealth. I know doctors, lawyers, and engineers pulling in six figures who are living paycheck to paycheck. They're drowning in debt, stressed about bills, and one unexpected emergency away from total financial disaster. On the flip side, I know people with very average jobs, teachers, mechanics, office workers who are quietly becoming millionaires. How is this possible? It's because they understand a fundamental secret. It's not about what you earn. It's about what you keep and what you do with what you keep. This is the core difference between just having a high salary and actually building lasting wealth. The first major roadblock is what I call the lifestyle inflation trap. It's a sneaky one. You get a raise or a promotion. What's the first thing most people do? They upgrade. Bigger apartment, newer car, more expensive vacations, fancier dinners. Your income goes up by 10%, but magically, your expenses also go up by 10% or even more. You feel like you're doing better because you have nicer things, but your net worth, the true measure of your wealth, is completely stagnant. You're just running faster on the same hamster wheel. The wealthy, on the other hand, fight this urge. When their income increases, they see it as an opportunity not to spend more, but to invest more. They consciously keep their lifestyle the same, or only increase it modestly, and funnel the extra cash into assets that will make them more money. This brings us to the second, and arguably most important, reason: a fundamental misunderstanding of assets versus liabilities. Robert Kiyosaki hammered this home in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it's a lesson most people never truly learn. In simple terms, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. The middle class and the poor spend their lives buying liabilities they think are assets. That brand new car you bought? It loses value the second you drive it off the lot and costs you money every month in payments, insurance, and maintenance. It's a liability. That huge house with the massive mortgage? For most people, it's their biggest liability, sucking up their income for 30 years. The wealthy focus on acquiring assets, stocks, bonds, real estate that generates rental income, a business that works without them. They use their earned income to buy things that will pay them while they sleep. Their money starts working for them, instead of them always working for their money. Think about your own spending. When you get paid, where does the money go first? For most people, it flows out to pay for the house, the car, credit card bills, subscriptions, and entertainment. For the wealthy, a portion of that paycheck goes to themselves first. And by to themselves, I don't mean for spending. I mean it goes directly into their investment accounts. This isn't just about saving. It's about investing. Saving money in a bank account is a losing game because of inflation. Your money is losing purchasing power every single day. Investing is putting that money to work in the market, in businesses, in properties that have the potential to grow exponentially over time. It's a complete mindset shift from a spender to an owner. You stop just being a consumer in the economy and start owning a piece of it. The third huge barrier is fear. The fear of losing money in the stock market. The fear of making a bad real estate investment. The fear of starting a business that might fail. This fear keeps people paralyzed in their safe 9-to-5 jobs, with their safe savings accounts that are actually shrinking in value. They see risk as something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the secret. The wealthy don't avoid risk. They manage it. They educate themselves. They don't just randomly throw money at a hot stock they heard about from a friend. They do their research, they understand what they're investing in. They diversify, and they think long-term. They understand that the stock market will have down years, but over decades, it has consistently trended upwards. The biggest risk isn't investing and potentially losing some money. The biggest risk is not investing at all and guaranteeing that you will never achieve financial freedom. Your salary alone will never outpace inflation and taxes enough to make you truly wealthy. And that brings us to the fourth obstacle, a short-term mindset. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want two-day shipping, on-demand movies, and immediate results. We apply this same thinking to our finances, and it's a disaster. People get into investing, and if they don't see huge returns in a few months, they get discouraged and pull their money out, often at a loss. They jump from one get-rich-quick scheme to another, always looking for a shortcut. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's the result of years, even decades, of consistent, disciplined habits. It's the magic of compound interest, which Albert Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world. It's about making small, smart choices every single day, week after week, year after year. It's boring, and that's why most people don't do it. They want excitement. Wealth building is often methodical and repetitive. Finally, the fifth and perhaps most subtle reason is the people you surround yourself with. Your social circle has a massive impact on your financial destiny. If your friends are constantly talking about the latest gadgets they bought, the expensive trips they're taking, and how much they spent on a night out, it's incredibly difficult to resist that pressure. You start to believe that this is normal, that this is what you're supposed to do with your money. This is the keeping up with the Joneses effect, but on steroids. Conversely, if you surround yourself with people who talk about their investments, their business ideas, and their long-term financial goals, your own mindset will start to shift. You'll start to see what's possible. Their habits will rub off on you. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and that applies to your finances more than you can imagine. So, let's put it all together. It's not your income. The real culprits are lifestyle inflation, a misunderstanding of assets and liabilities, fear of calculated risk, a short-term mindset, and the financial habits of your social circle. The good news is, you have control over every single one of these things. It doesn't matter if you're making $30,000 or $300,000 a year. You can start today. Start by tracking your spending and creating a gap between what you earn and what you spend. Define what an asset is for you and start acquiring them, even if you start small. Educate yourself about investing to overcome your fear. Commit to a long-term plan and be patient. And finally, actively seek out people and resources that support your financial goals. The path to wealth is a path of discipline and knowledge, not a high salary. It's available to anyone willing to play the game differently. Thank you so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges conventional wisdom about money. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What is the biggest roadblock you've ever faced on your financial journey? Let's start a conversation. Until next time, take control of your finances and start building the future you deserve.